Why you dey buy fake product, yeah? Make you dey careful, no go damage your life. You've got one life to live.
Buy original.
You should know where to go. The SON. Don't touch, don't touch.
It's fake.
Don't touch, don't touch.
It's bad.
Don't touch, don't touch.
It hurts.
Don't touch, don't touch.
It destroys.
Don't touch, don't touch.
It kills.
You should know where to go. The SON.
Standards Organization of Nigeria, improving lives through standards.
Be very sure of that electric cable you are about to purchase for use, else you'll be endangering your life and those of your loved ones if they are substandard. We shall provide you with relevant legislative support to boost your capacity to deliver on your mandate as a responsive regulatory agency, with particular focus on repositioning the SON at the various points of entry to check the influx of substandard products into the country. The House Committee on Industry gave this assurance during an oversight visit to the operational offices of the Standards Organization of Nigeria in Lagos and Abuja. Welcome to our World of Standard on television, and the program you're watching is Nigeria's authoritative initiative on product quality and safety. It comes to you on this station at this time every Monday. Standard and You is a public interest program powered by the Standards Organization of Nigeria you cannot afford to miss. Please accept the warm regards of the Proactive Director General of the agency, dedicated management, and of course, competent staff of the SON. I am Ifoma Okonkwo, and special thanks to you, our very esteemed viewers of the program, for being a part of the global brand. Sit back, relax, and enjoy every bit of the program Standard and You. I'll be back shortly. Welcome back, and it's nice to have you join us on the program. We begin this week's edition on a reassuring note by telling you that the Standards Organization of Nigeria will continue to enjoy tremendous support from the National Assembly to enable the agency function optimally and effectively as a responsive government agency. Chairman of the House Committee on Industry, Enitan Dolapo Baju, gave this assurance during an oversight visit to some operational offices of the Standards Organization of Nigeria, the SON, in Lagos and Abuja. Please take a look.
For these members of the House Committee on Industry, this visit to some offices of the Standards Organization of Nigeria was dear to their hearts and one they consider very important. This is because of the strategic role of the SON as business facilitator and Nigeria's repository of standards for goods, services, and processes. At the agency's operational headquarters in Lekki, Lagos State, the committee was received by the management of the SON, led by its Director General, Osita Aboloma. The committee took time to inspect facilities and other operational equipment at the SON complex. Members of the committee were acquainted with some basic services of the agency, processes and operational challenges and prospects, with special focus on standard development and efforts to check the distribution, manufacture and importation of substandard and fake products into Nigeria. Members were particularly disturbed at the absence of the SON at various points of entry in the country.
The main point of this visit is the absence of SON at the seaports and the airports, and this allows for the fetching of the importation of substandard products being dumped in Nigeria. Nigeria is the place where everything is dumped on us, just because the people who are supposed to be looking at all these substandard products at the wharf are absent there, not of their own volition, but because they are not allowed to do their work. We have made up our minds that we are going to get up into this and make sure that within a short time, working with the executive, and the ministry concerned that Sun will get back to the seaports and the airports.
The committee was at the SON Quality Infrastructure in Ogba, Lagos State, where they inspected the state-of-the-art facility housing the various laboratories. Members were impressed at the quality of equipment at the laboratories and personnel, which they described as valuable assets for the nation with tremendous capacity to create wealth and job opportunities for the nation. They were also at the SON's office in Apapa, Lagos, where they expressed determination to provide SON with legislative support to stem the tide of substandard products in the country.
We are impressed with what we've seen so far. We hope that they need to do more on sensitization of the public about what they do. Because being that as it may, there are so many things that are being done here that are not known to many people on the streets. And they actually need to do a lot of sensitization to reach the people on the street, because those are the real people that get to the end of those substandard products we are trying to get rid of.
Director General of the SON, Osta Boloma, described the visit as a positive step to tackling some of the challenges faced by officials of the agency in the discharge of their duty. Aboloma, who, acknowledging the immense support the SON has enjoyed from the National Assembly, expressed optimism that the visit will translate to development of laws that will deepen the agency's capacity to deliver on its mandate to the people in an efficient and effective way.
SON as a body will have capacity for infinite possibility. We have well-motivated staff. We've invested so much in capital and human development that we are par with our peers across the world. Yes, we appreciate your keen interest on sending us back to port, or in trying to give us an enabling environment for effective service delivery. We're putting in our best. If we are well positioned, we'll do more. Because the task of ridding Nigeria of substandard and harmful products is a job for everybody. As members of the Committee on Industries, you are by extension standard ambassadors. We employ you to advocate our cause wherever it is necessary, because we need to be positioned to enable us to discharge our duty effectively and to safeguard the life of Nigerians through standards.
You're watching Standard and You, Nigeria's foremost public enlightenment initiative on television on product safety and quality. When was the last time you purchased an electric cable? Did you bother to ascertain its quality to establish whether or not it was substandard or fake? What about the cable you use in wiring your house? Are you sure of its quality? While you're pondering on the quality of the cable at your possible, did you know that there are some Nigerians who have continued to flood our markets with substandard electric cables produced and imported into our country, even when it's been proven that made in Nigeria cables are the best? My colleague Alimoto Sifo has been monitoring developments in that sector. Please take a listen.
It's a basic necessity and a life-endangering product found in all homes and offices where people live and work. Electric cables have been defined as an assembly of one or more wire running side by side used to carry electric current. It is mainly used for power supply in homes and offices, for lighting and other electrical purposes.
Different sizes, different specifications for different purposes. Domestic use, we have high tension, we have low tension, then we have industrial. High tension is the actual cable that connects power to a particular location to transformer. Low tension is the cable now that connects power from transformer to domestic use. Now, domestic cable is the cable you run in houses.
The electric cable or wire is a very important product that must be handled with utmost care because of the electric current it carries when in use.
I'm just starting my test now for the conductor resistance. Now, looking at it, the result is out instantly. Like this sample, this particular sample is one of those samples in the red. It's giving us 205.48 milliohm. This is failed because for 1.5, which was claimed for this product, this is the sample that I draw from. For this product now, the size is 1.5 mm squared. According to Nigerian industrial standards, the value is supposed to be about 12.5 maximum. And with this result now, it's total failure, which means that the sample that we have just tested failed conductor resistance. The meaning of this is that what we have inside this sample, the resistance of this conductor is very, very bad. This is quite high. You can imagine 12 to 200 and something. This kind of cable is going to burn building.
To determine the cable to be used for a particular appliance, you need to know the resistivity of this cable. When you establish the resistivity of this cable, the resistivity of the cable, 1 mm has a specific resistance higher than 1.5. The higher the cable, the lower the resistance of that cable. And therefore, if you are to power an appliances of, for instance, input current of 10 amps, you are required to use a cable of lesser resistance. And using a cable of lesser resistance means a cable of higher diameter. For instance, the AC that is blowing in this room is rated, basically, most of them are rated from 5 amps to 7 amps. And that is why you are using 2.5 mm to power this AC. Bearing in mind of the calculation I gave you earlier, that for an input current of 5 amps or 7 amps, for instance, for you to get the accurate size of cable that can power this cable, that can power the appliances a very long time without any issue, you divide the input current by 2 and add 5 or deduct 5 from whatever value you get, which means input current divided by 2 plus or minus 5. So for an AC of 5 amps, you divide it by 2, you are getting 2.5. Plus 5 is 3 amps, then minus 5 is 2 mm, for instance, if you are taking it in cable. But we don't have 2 mm cable. We either have 2.5 or 1.5. So in other words, you can use 1.5 mm to power an AC of 5 amps input current or 2.5 mm. So because air condition is an inductive load, it is always advisable to use a minimum of 2.5 or sometimes 4 mm.
From the foregoing analysis of the dangers associated with the wrong usage of electric cable or wire, it is therefore imperative for consumers to take extra care in establishing the quality of this all-important product. We sampled the opinion of some consumers on how to identify a quality or standard cable from substandard one, even at face value.
I don't really know. I just ask the sellers, the people that are in charge, give me the original cable.
Them are always light. The cables are always light. Some of them are thick.
That of China are very tiny. Then Nigeria are very bulky. And when you open it, you will see 3 lines. Make sure you buy Nigeria cable. They are original.
Was a time I tried to use iron. I wouldn't know the type of electric cable the landlord used since I'm not there to witness it when it is being done. All I discovered is that the moment I plugged it, after some time, the whole wire, the cable, the whole cable, where it extends to, from that point where I connected it to the switch to every other places it went through, the whole thing became very hot. Then there are some patches of electric spark here and there, to the extent that the whole light in the place stripped off.
It's only the electrician that will know the fake and the original.
What I buy in the market that I know, and when it stops functioning, that's why I will know whether it's inferior or not inferior. But at the purchase level, I may not know.
Made in Nigeria is the best. Every other one is something you can't allow.
If you want to buy a cable, the first thing you should look out for is to know the load requirement of the appliances which you are going to use that cable on. And I advise that for customers that use this cable to power their appliances, their machines, their industrial equipment, look for an expert who is certified by relevant agencies of the Federal Republic of Nigeria to guide. That this is a professional job that requires a professional to give an advice on the size of cable to be used.
Although the Standards Organization of Nigeria has done a lot and is still evolving measures to check the distribution of substandard electric cable, some selfish, unpatriotic, and unscrupulous importers are still in the illegal business of distributing substandard cables into the country.
Every cable must have a label on it. On the strand of cable itself, on that insulation, the brand name, the thickness of the rod, the manufacturer is on it. You just need to open it and look at the strand. Any cable that you see, and there is no embossment on the body on the insulation, should be supposed to be substandard automatically. But on the wrapping itself, you must look for the markup logo on it. You must look, the thickness must be written on it. The length of the cable must be written on it. And the average length of in a row is 100 meters, not 100 yard. 100 yard is not the same thing as 100 meters. Because some people that even sell cable too, they take the yard and the meter as the same. 100 meters is more than 100 yard.
However, the good news is that the SON has always been ahead of these undesirable importers and have continued to impound and destroy such cables.
Some of them, the brands are not registered. Some of them are pure iron, not copper. So we now brought these ones, 13 trucks, imported by one man, 13 containers. They came in through the port, we went to the warehouse, we brought 13 of them here. And locked up the man. The matter is being prosecuted.
The Standards Organization of Nigeria, working with local manufacturers of the products under the auspices of Cable Manufacturers Association of Nigeria, have developed viable standards that have made cables manufactured locally not only durable, but of high quality.
Why Nigerian cable can remain the best is because of the regulatory bodies that is seeing the affair of cable manufacturing. Because SON, I'm not just saying it because they give me a certificate, no. I'm just saying it because I've seen what they are doing in our industry. I can't say for sure for other industry, but cable industry, SON, they are carefully selecting who they give that certificate to. Not just anybody. Because I can remember the second time they visited me on the process of certification, there was a mistake in our process. They said no. I said, even though you didn't say no, I know that I will not push it to the market because I'm still test running. But they insisted that that material must not leave my gates. So if a body like that is existing, they are enforcing that kind of law, I believe nobody can invest this huge amount of money to build a factory to allow it run down or allow it not functional because of the regulatory bodies. So Nigerian cable remain the best because of the government, the SON body checkmating whatever everybody does.
This manufacturer of cable in Anambra, southeast Nigeria, is one of many entrepreneurs in the industry who have demonstrated commitment to quality assurance and standardization to establish Nigeria's capacity to producing goods of acceptable standards. What exactly should an unsuspecting consumer look out for when purchasing an electric cable or wire? Understanding the exact kind of cable you need for your appliance is also important. The message from the Standards Organization of Nigeria to you consumers is, don't you ever compromise on the quality of cable or wire. It's in your best interest to insist on quality and buy right. Buy made in Nigeria electric cable and wire. The Standards Organization of Nigeria's Management System Certification Services has been described as transparent, fair, and confidential. Chairman of the Impartiality Committee of the SON MSC, Barrister Umaru Kau, gave this applause following a meeting of the committee in Abuja. The committee oversees the activities of the SON MSC to ensure its services are run in transparent and fair manners without prejudice and discrimination against applicants.
One, we received communication about the changes in the department. The director that was there last year retired on account of 5 years of service. So we're informed about the new director in the department. There was an internal audit in May last year. So we had to review the outcome of the audit, the observations made, and the auditor's recommendations. We also took communication with respect to the certification carried out and, most importantly, the plans of the department going forward.
Welcome to the feedback segment of the program. I am Halimot Osifo. How do you know an original product? How do you identify a counterfeit product? These questions often pop up on the minds of many consumers when we talk about product quality and safety. I'm glad to tell you that I'll be sharing some signs that can help you identify an original item from a counterfeit. When we say original, we mean authentic, genuine, good quality. However, counterfeit products are fake or unauthorized replica of the real products. They are often made and sold with a deliberate purpose of tricking consumers into thinking that the fake product is in fact genuine. Counterfeiters take pains to make their products look as much like the genuine product as possible. But there would always be a difference if you pay attention to every detail. Flimsy packaging. If the item is shabbily packed, doesn't fit properly, uses substandard material or no packaging at all, take it as a sign of counterfeiting. Grammatical and spelling mistakes. Counterfeit products can be easily identified through wrong spelling, such as an extra or missing letter, resulting from lack of education or rushed workmanship. So, read carefully. Flawed fonts and logos. If you're observant and know the original logos well, you can catch the smallest variation and detect fake logos. No contact details. If the manufacturer's physical address, phone number, or contact details are not listed on the product or package, it should be a cause of concern as you have no means of contacting the company for grievance redressal. It's better to avoid such products. Missing accessories. Make sure that all supplementary parts that have been mentioned on the package are present in the box. Otherwise, get back to the retailer immediately. No certification marks. Ensure that products carry the appropriate certification marks from regulatory bodies such as the Standards Organization of Nigeria. These signs are endless, but in a nutshell, inspect the package, text, labels to avoid any item that seems suspicious. Say no to counterfeit products. They are fake and unsafe for use. And that concludes this week's episode of the program Standard and You. Do you have a question, complaint, or suggestion? You can send in your messages with your full name and location to the number 0705972445. Follow us on Facebook at Standard and You, Instagram and Twitter at Standard and You _. Catch up with missed episodes online at youtube.com/Standard and You. Don't just view, like, share, and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Subscription is free. As always, buy original, sell authentic, and use only the best. Bye for now.
Why you dey buy fake product, yeah? Make you dey careful, no go damage your life.